Are we live from Silver Spring, Maryland? Home.
Who's boxing tonight, Pops? You sound like Michael Buffer.
Yeah, Canelo Alvarez tonight.
Oh, I was joking.
On DAZN. Yeah. Yeah, buddy.
Live from Silver Spring, Maryland.
Yeah.
Is the camera? I think we're kind of centered.
We're centered enough for a couple of knuckleheads that don't know what the hell they're doing.
Saturday night.
Yeah, Saturday night.
Papa Shevska.
Yeah, at his daughter's house. Got to see and hug my daughter today and my future son-in-law. It's a wonderful, wonderful experience to be able to do that again. And I might add, this is the last stop before we actually get home to the Jersey Shore on Tuesday.
Can everyone hear us on the stream? Please let us know new setups. I just want to confirm. The other thing is we're going to take phone calls tonight and really focus on phone calls. So let me actually just put in the chat.
Let me get my headphones ready because I know your style, buddy, and that means I need headphones.
I'll surprise you. Don't worry. I'll let you know.
Yeah, I know.
So we are going to do primarily phone calls. Want to hear from folks that are out there actually going through the process buying cars right now.
What's for dinner? Somebody's guessing steak.
We are also going to do Hangman.
Hangman.
So every time you call in, whoever calls in, we're going to do guess a letter, and that's what we're going to do on the screen. Before we get into that, Pops, I want to just call out a couple things back on the interwebs. First is we redesigned the homepage, so take a peek at our website. Very proud.
Well, look at that. There are two really handsome looking peeps on that page.
So we've redesigned the website. Would love your opinions on that.
I don't know who the guy on the right is because that guy's got a beard, and the guy on my left tonight does not.
We also have, Dad, from Black Book. I wanted to hit on the week over week, the new report we had. We didn't get a video out on that this week. And also they have...
That's because we were traveling.
I know.
It's tough to do the videos when you're driving.
I know. And then they also have a specialty market report that I thought we could look at as well to kind of kick things off. Then we'll hop into phone calls, okay?
Whatever you say, I am at your disposal.
You are especially.
Yes. I'm somewhat caffeinated, folks. I just drank a tea to bring my energy level up.
All right, so...
Live from Silver Spring, Maryland. Okay, I'll be good now.
There we go.
Okay.
Okay, so Dad, we still had car prices and truck prices in the used car market up 1% week over week.
Yeah, there you have it.
So they're down considerably from where they were.
But still rising at record levels, even though they're down. For the last 5 weeks, they've gone, the amount of weekly increase has gone down, but the amount of weekly increase is still at record levels.
One of the things that we've seen as we've been driving cross country is we're actually driving past a ton of dealer lots.
Yes.
Barren.
Oh, my God.
It's like a wasteland.
I have never seen so much asphalt in my life that's not covered by cars or trucks.
Yeah, and you actually commented on that as we were going, like the way that they were having to actually park the vehicles was like something you had never seen before.
Yeah, well, they're not parking them side by side. They're parking them like long ways to make it look like they actually have inventory when they have none.
Yes, yeah. No,
it was scary stuff.
Pretty remarkable.
Yes.
Hey, one thing I want to share with the community, Pops, was one of the stops we had on our cross-country road trip.
Yes.
Was actually to meet a dear friend of ours.
Yes.
So this is a selfie that we took today.
Yes.
With Miss Kimberly Klein.
Yes.
It's the first time we've met in person.
Yes, and it was wonderful. And she is as effervescent and as wonderful in person as she is in video. She is just. I'm trying to think of she's just really a warm, kind-hearted,
and Kimberly's here. Here we go.
Wonderful person, and it was just so heartwarming to.
It's meeting the community in person.
Yes. Well,
internal community, external community. It's awesome.
It was. Stop. No, go on. Okay. So she really, it was wonderful to finally connect with Kimberly.
We had Dad Todd Long in the chat say he just stopped watching another YouTuber's videos to come be a part of this so that he could get more info. So let's dive back into the market insights. We're here for you, Todd. The title of tonight's stream is Todd Stream.
We're here for Todd.
Let's look at the different segment breakdowns. This is again on the used car side.
Okay.
Subcompact, compact continuing to be up, mid-sized cars as well. We're seeing prestige luxury cars though. Lesser increases than
yes, but that's because they're already too high.
Yeah, this is true.
You know, and the sad reality is the subcompact, compact, and mid-sized cars are going up more rapidly than others, and those are what in today's world would be the most affordable pre-owned cars that are available out there, and even those are no longer really affordable.
Truck segment, we've got subcompact crossovers also up considerably, compact crossovers, and full-size pickup trucks and small pickup trucks over here as well, up considerably.
Yeah, look at that. Minivans are up again. Go figure.
Okay, interesting. So we're starting to see the increases amongst the newer used cars actually come down a little bit. Let's see here. Driven by an extreme shortage of rental returns and limited inventory of new vehicles, the price trends for newer used vehicles were experiencing larger weekly gains compared to the older units. Within the last 3 weeks, newer used units reached levels that in some cases exceed
new car pricing.
Wow. While the rate of growth has slowed for older units. For example, in addition to F-150 Raptors, 2020s and 2021 Chevrolet Corvettes, and 2021 Jeep Gladiator and Wrangler, dealers are paying above MSRP for 2021 Kia Telluride and Hyundai Palisade as well as pre-owned cars.
As pre-owned cars. So they're paying more than MSRP for cars that have miles on them, which means they expect you, as the buying public, to pay more than MSRP because they expect you to pay more than they did.
Yeah, absolutely nuts. Let's just take a quick peek at these other headlines, and then we will open up the phone lines for the first calls of the night. The global microchip shortage has now idled Ford plants in Mexico. We also have, GM has been forced to idle plants as well.
Yes.
Up until now, BMW has remained safe from the microchip shortage, but they've now announced their first plant closure in England that is responsible for the X1 and X2. I don't know, Pops, if you knew this. I was texting with Dr. Baron, Yanni.
Yes.
And Yanni and I were talking, and he let me know that Mini has already said they're not going to change incentives for this month or likely for the following month as well. If anything, they're going to use the R word, remove them.
Or reduce them?
Yeah.
Yes.
So we're starting to see...
They're not going to increase them.
Yeah, we're starting to see that.
And there might not be anything special going on above and beyond what's already been announced for the month. Because oftentimes, at the end of May for Memorial Day, they oftentimes would throw in an additional kicker for the Memorial Day weekend or the last week of the year, last week of the month, and they might not be doing that this month.
Correct. Why would you? There's
no need.
Yeah, because there's demand and not enough supply.
You can't replace the cars.
Let's take a quick peek at the specialty market as well. We don't do this frequently, but we get lots of questions about it, and then we'll hop into those phone calls. Okay, so this is your month-over-month change in wholesale used values. ATVs
and notice
up.
The only one that's gone down.
Snowmobiles.
I wonder why. Of course, where we drove through part of the country, they would still be needing snowmobiles.
This is super interesting.
Yeah, well, it's the off-season for snowmobiles.
Cruiser, metric cruiser, Dom V2, I don't know what some of these are. Jet boats, off-road vehicles, scooters.
Scooters up 3.8%. I know somebody that's buying a scooter.
Yes.
Yeah.
We will link to, I'm going to post this right now back in the chat. If you're interested in things that are in the specialty market, this research, boom, is for you.
Wow.
Okay, I'm going to put up on the screen the phone number in case anyone does want to call.
Would that be 855-587-2886? Out-of-towners dare not call collect. That's 855-587-2886. So
we'll see if we get any phone calls. Hopefully we get a call or two tonight. We'd love to help folks with car deals. We'd also love to hear about experiences out in the field going to buy cars.
Yes.
I spent a lot of time on the phone trying to contact dealerships, asking them if we could come in and interview them.
Yes.
About the chip shortage.
They wouldn't even really talk to you.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. No, that's okay. No, really, we've got about 100,000 subscribers. Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah. People were not particularly interested in...
Yeah. Hello from Saskatoon. That's in that is in is that Saskatchewan?
I think it is.
I think it might be.
It is indeed.
Yeah. And Larry R says Ray is in a rare mood today. Well, Larry, I was nodding off about 30 minutes ago, and my daughter Dara was gracious enough to make me a cup of tea to get me a little caffeine so I could get I don't know. Ready for tonight's big show from, did I mention we're in Silver Spring, Maryland tonight?
Exactly, yes. Exactly.
Come on, call in, folks. And if you're not calling, if you're not dialing, then smash the damn like button.
That's well done.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, if you can't do two things at once, do one, smash the like button, then start dialing.
I wonder if we're running into a situation, we'll keep leaving the phone lines open, but I wonder if we're running into a situation, Pops, where people are getting like disheartened by the markets and are no longer even interested in trying to buy cars because it's just so impossible right now.
It could be, but there's just so much pent-up demand, and the dealerships are doing such a great job of selling the cars that they have. Chain Reaction wants to know, Ray, could you briefly explain dealer service fees? Well, I'm not sure what you mean by dealer service fees, but if you're talking about service fees within the service department,
No, I think he means like on the buyer's order or the OTD quotes where you see like prep fee or service fee, processing fee, things like that.
Well, the processing fee, doc fees, those are just profit centers for the dealerships so that they can advertise and sell cars at cheaper prices because they know that they're going to add $500 in dealer prep or doc fee, and they know that's just pure profit, so that adds to the profit of the car. Dealerships that charge reconditioning fees, that's kind of crazy because that should just be built into the price of the car. So there's a brief explanation of dealer fees.
I'm going to pull up one thing while we're waiting to see if a phone call or two comes in. Give me 1 second.
We'll give you all the time you need.
I appreciate that, Pops.
Do you want to know the baloney fees? Chain Reaction wants to know, well, most of the fees are baloney fees.
We have actually back on the, where is it?
I don't know. I don't know what you're trying to find.
Oh, I found it.
Okay.
But we actually have back on the website.
Yes.
There's a phone call coming in, Pops.
Okay, cool. Let me put on the headphones.
Hey there, you're on with your auto advocate. What's your name? Where are you from? What can we do to help?
Hey, Zach. Sean Jones, the Mustang guy. How you doing?
Sean! Buddy!
Ray. I'm giving you that urban name. I'm giving you Ray.
I can work with that.
Sean,
how y'all doing?
What's the update on the Mustang hunt?
I got it.
You got it.
I got it this week, baby. I got it. And let me tell you, it's all because of you two. It's all because of you two that I got the deal that I got.
Let's hear what happened, Sean. You got to give yourself some credit too, man.
Yeah. I told you last week I had narrowed it down to like 4 cars or 5 cars.
Yes.
And so I was ready Monday morning. I closed on the house, went in, called my credit union Monday morning, and ran my application. They didn't come back favorably. I thought that was kind of crazy. My credit union didn't come back favorably. They gave me like a high interest rate, was like 7.14.
Wow.
And they wasn't even going to give me enough money to purchase the car. So they were just like it was going to basically turn out to me giving more money to them out of my pocket.
Yes.
So Vroom contacted me same day. Vroom contacts me and says, "Hey, we got this car here that you were looking at. Are you interested?" So I was like, "Yeah, but I'm not sure because my credit union didn't give me. My credit union got my own financing, but I didn't necessarily like it." He's like, "Well, I can beat it." So he said he's gonna beat it. So he did. He ended up beating it, and when he beat it, I was like, maybe I should try another dealership with a better, because when I texted my wife and I was like, "Hey, do you like this car?" She's like, "I don't like the color." So I sent her 4 Mustangs and say, "Pick the color." She picked the one, happened to be the most expensive. It was $47,900. I contacted the dealership and I said, "Hey, this car, is it still available?" They said, "Yes." I said, "All right, check this out. There's one in Maryland, just like that one, except for it's a different color. There's one a little bit further up the road from you because they were in Knoxville. A little bit up the road from you is brand new. They want 46 for that one. The one in Maryland, they want 44.5. I tell you what, if you can give me 45 out the door, I'll let you run me." And he says, "Hold on. Let me go ask my manager." He comes back. He says, we can commit to 45 out the door.
Wow. Good for you.
Yeah. I said, well, go ahead. No, it's not over. I said, go ahead and run me. He go ahead and run me. He gets me financed. And just so happened, while I was waiting on him to do that, I had already applied to another one of my banks. They come back. They blow them out the water. So now I got my financing. So I'm like, okay, I tell you what, don't even worry about doing your own financing. Just give me a sheet that says this amount, which is basically, it was going to be $40,000 because it was going to take $5,000 of my down payment. Mm-hmm. Show me a balance with $40,000 so that way I can send it to my bank, and then they're going to cut you a check for the $40,000, and I will bring you my $5,000. He comes back and he says, okay, I got you all set out the door. The total is going to be $42.06. And I said, that's not what we talked about. 45 out the door is 45 out the door.
Yeah.
Exactly. I said, what is this? He said, oh, well, we didn't include the taxes. I said, well, that's the reason why I said, give me everything out the door. And it was like, well, Mr. Jones, if we said 45 out the door and we didn't include everything, that means we basically having to sell you the car for 41. And that's less than what we bought the car for. I said, well, your person came and said, this is the salesman, the finance manager I'm talking to now. I said, your salesman told me that he got a firm commitment on 45 out the door. Yeah. You took my security deposit when we agreed on that price. So you got $1,000 of my dollars. You need to honor it. Ray?
They did it, didn't they?
They honored it. They honored it.
Hey, you two. One quick second.
Yeah. That's the Ray Shefsky stamp of approval.
Give it to me. Yeah. Give it to me.
You
That's
deserve
over 10%. 10%. I don't know if anybody's done over 10% before, but that's over 10%. I got a 2020 Mustang GT fully loaded, Performance Pack 2 for $41,000, Ray.
Excuse
me, 46. Yes.
You are the man. I don't know if anybody told you that before. Has your wife ever told you that? Because if she hasn't, I am. You are the man.
Not even in the throes of passion. She does it. But she does tell
God. Yeah, I need to talk to your wife.
Sean, that's awesome, man. So
I couldn't wait to call and tell you. I'm sorry I missed the members only stream because I wanted to tell y'all then because it happened on Thursday, but I'm glad we got everybody to hear this.
Yeah, I am so thrilled for you.
Share some insights with the community. What do you think worked? What do you think didn't work? Because getting a deal in this environment is tricky, but you just proved you can do it.
So I think the one thing I did that because I contacted them via email asking for the out the door price. Somebody came back and said, well, we would rather talk to you. So if you give us a call. Now, I know YAA says don't do that. Just do a follow-up email. But me being hasty, anxious.
You called.
I called.
Okay.
I called. And I got the internet sales manager on the phone, and that's when everything kind of started rolling. So even though I think just this time it worked, but I know that you know that practice is don't call because you know that's kind of like allowing them to get you. But I think where he made his mistake was that he didn't follow the logic. I think he tried to walk it back once he realized that he made a mistake, that he sold a 47.9 car for $41,000.
That's awesome.
He realized he made a mistake.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you've ever heard this expression, but you know what they say in the Navy? Ship happens, and in this case, ship happened. So
you're absolutely right. And just a parting shot, the car came with a white shift knob, a cue ball shift knob from the Bullet.
Okay.
From the Steve McQueen movie, The Bullet.
Yeah.
It absolutely does not go with the car. And when I saw that, I was like, oh, no, get rid of that. But this was prior to us having the argument about, hey, you said the price is this. So once we got everything settled and I was like, all right, I'm coming to get the car. Can you do me a favor to get that shifter? Can you replace it with the regular shifter? Sure. He was like, I'm not doing nothing. I'm not doing nothing. He's like, you conned me out of this car. I'm not going to do this. He was dead serious.
You know you did a good job when they won't even change a shift knob for you.
Exactly.
Hey, well, Sean.
But I am so happy, man. I appreciate everything y'all did, all the guidance y'all gave. It was invaluable. And to all the members out there, let me tell you, it works. Stick to it, and trust me, you're going to get what you want.
God bless you, Sean. God bless you.
And that steak is still on me, Ray. I'm coming to Vegas, and I'm buying you a steak. Ray is getting a steak from me. Porterhouse, whatever.
Well, you gotta wait. You gotta wait till December because we won't be back in Vegas until December.
But we'll happily host you.
Maybe are y'all coming down south anytime soon?
Well,
I live in South Carolina.
Well, maybe for the right steak, I will.
All right, you two. Sean, you're the man. Thanks for calling in. Thanks for sharing your success with us.
Y'all have a great one.
You too, Sean. Take care, my friend.
Bye-bye.
Great job. What a great job.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that really is.
Opening the phone lines back up. Sean Jones with probably the best first call we've ever had. That was awesome. Yeah. Congrats, Sean.
And what's that phone number again?
I think it goes 855-587-2886.
Cars for Kids.
Nicely done.
Yeah.
Pops, it's just a testament, right? You know, you got to work in this market, but and we do not undermine how much work it is.
Yes. No, it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah. Ooh.
You gotta work in this market.
Hey, if you don't mind muting me in the background, my dad's futzing around with headphones. What's your name? Where you from? What can we do to help?
This is hilarious.
Hey, you're breaking up. Give it one more try, but don't worry, my dad's still futzing around with these damn headphones.
Fix this damn thing. Oh, God, proving once again that you can't teach old dogs new tricks. Okay.
All right, what's your name? Where you from? What can we do to help?
This is Ray from Chicago. I was the guy who had that 250 totaled on him.
Ray from Chicago. I do remember the 250 that was totaled on you. Yeah. What's the update, my friend?
Well, I've got a 2006 Jeep Wrangler that I bought new way back when. It needs about $5,000 worth of fixing. Would it be more economical with the chip shortage and stuff for me to actually go and fix that Wrangler and maybe make some money out of this?
Well, here would be my suggestion. Run it through Carvana, Vroom, and CarMax, and when you put it in as if you had already spent the $5,000 to, so that they think the condition is really good, so that you can get a more accurate assessment as to how much they might be willing to pay for it. And that will determine whether or not you should spend the money.
I hadn't thought about that. Thank you so much.
Well, that's what you're paying me for.
I will be soon. When do you guys think that Ford will actually start building trucks again? Because I still want to get that Tremor.
The truth be told, they have really pretty much started telling their dealers not to expect too much in the way of new inventory until maybe August or September at the earliest. Which, if they're telling them that, then they probably know in their heart of hearts it's not happening then either. But they have to keep the dealers with some hope. So I think the chip shortage is more severe and deeper than anybody's really letting on. They're building a lot of the trucks and having them sit until they can get the chips that they need to really complete them. So it's hard to say, but my guess is, at the earliest, we're probably really looking at the fourth quarter of this year or maybe the first quarter of next year.
Okay, well, I know a butcher. He's a good friend of mine, and I can make a better steak. What would be your guess on them actually launching the 2021 Tremor this year at all?
That's really hard for me to say. I know they'd hate to miss a full model year of it. But, perhaps because of the chip shortage, they hold off, and it just, when there is the Tremor, it's going to end up being the 2022.
Okay, well, if it's the 2022, I owe you a steak.
Well, I hear they have some pretty good steakhouses in the Chicago area, so I'll be more than happy to stop by.
All right, cool.
Okay. Hey, thanks for calling in, Ray. Keep us posted.
Yep, take care.
Yeah, have a great night, Ray.
So we've got, I'm going to let phone calls come in.
Well, shit, I'm not going to screw this up again.
Did you see this article in Automotive News?
Some high-end features go missing on...
As tight chip supply drags on.
Oh, go figure. Yeah. Yeah.
So there's an expectation that, we could still be producing vehicles, but they might not have all the functionality that you've grown accustomed to over the years.
That's, it's bad when they tell you, the power windows you're used to, you're going to roll your own now.
Exactly.
Yeah. And that could happen.
Yeah, another call coming in here, Pops. Let's see who it is. You're on with Your Auto Advocate. Oh, mind muting us in the background. What's your name? Where are you from? What can we do to help?
Hi. I'm from Buffalo, New York.
Buffalo. I've heard of Buffalo. They got a pretty decent football team up there.
Yeah, we do.
Yes, you do.
What was your name, ma'am? I didn't catch it.
Leslie.
Leslie. Okay. Leslie, how can we help?
I want to ask you guys a question. I don't want to seem kind of like I know somebody else is out there like myself, and I've been interested. I put myself in a position where my car got repossessed because of the coronavirus.
Mm-hmm.
And they overcharged me for it. I was too excited to get a ride and be on the road. But now I'm putting myself back out there, and I want a Buick Encore.
Mm-hmm.
And I want it used between $10,000 and maybe $15,000.
Okay.
And I've noticed that the price months ago was lower, and now the price is higher, even with the other cars, Ford Escape. Like, the price just jumped from my eyes are bulging. Like, what?
Yeah, it's unfortunate. What we're seeing in the wholesale and retail value of all pre-owned cars, it's staggering what's happened to the pricing. This is one of the few times in history where cars are actually appreciating in value as opposed to just depreciating in value. And it is shocking, to say the least, at some of what prices are on some of these cars. It's just staggering what they expect people to pay. And unfortunately, there seems to be more than enough people out there that are willing to pay these prices. So it's going to make it difficult for you to be able to find what you want in that reasonable price range.
Yeah, so, and you're very right. My question to you guys, I'll catch you every now and then. You guys are so smart about the cars and all. I know absolutely probably next to nothing. And I was wondering, say for instance, my price range, what I'm seeing, some prices they vary, and like you said, it's going to be hard. But like I've noticed, like 2015 or 2016, I've noticed them be in a range of 13 or 14,000.
Mm-hmm.
My question is it possible that I could probably like keep them at that price range, so that I could put put like $7,000 on it,
mm-hmm.
and lower it? Am I doing that? Would I be thinking wrong if I'm thinking that if I could keep them at like that 13 or 14,000 and then put the $7,000 on it so it would bring it down and then get a loan?
Since you're coming off that repossession, the $7,000 will help tremendously in getting a new loan, because there's 7,000 reasons for a bank to say yes to you. And you're doing the absolute right thing in trying to stay within that type of budget, so that you're looking to finance basically half the amount of the selling price of the car. And so that type of participation leads a bank to, more often than not, to say yes to writing another loan. So I don't think your thinking is wrong in trying to get them to stay in that type of price range, especially if you're going to be putting that kind of money down.
Yes. Thank you so much. I really needed your advice on that, because I don't know. I keep coming back to you guys because I'm trying to raise my, as you know, I told you about the repossession, so mm-hmm. I'm waiting another month to raise my score again. So I'm really keep watching you. I just keep watching you and see what you are saying about the prices of the cars, and they raised them so much. So you think I could possibly keep them in that range as far as the price of the car?
I would think you should be able to if that's where they have them priced, like $13,000-$14,000. I think you should be able to keep them in that price range.
Thank you so much. I know somebody else is looking to hear this, so I'll be watching. I'm gonna go back in the chat and I'm gonna be watching. Thank you guys. You are wonderful.
Well, thank you so much, and best of luck to you. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Good night now.
I'll call back and let you guys know next month.
Please do.
Thank you.
See you, Leslie.
Bye-bye.
Hey, Larry R. hit us with what I was thinking as well, Pops, which is, Leslie, it'll be difficult to get a used car listed for $15,000 to an out the door of $15,000.
But if it's $13,000, yeah.
Exactly. And so out the door is what we always talk about.
Yes.
And like you were saying, Dad, and like Kimberly said, the chat cat.
Yeah, absolutely.
Man, the ringer is loud tonight.
I can't hear it.
Hey, you're on with your auto advocate. What's your name? Where are you from? What can we do to help?
Hey, how's it going? My name is Scott, and I've got a question for you.
Okay, Scott, we'll try our best to have an answer for you.
All right, sounds great. So my wife and I, we're actually in the market looking for a Dodge Ram 2500 limited edition, and we actually ended up, since my wife is a union member, was it Auto Trader had TrueCar had a union deal for one of them for $77,000. We ended up going down to the dealership, which was about 2.5 hours away, and then they basically said they wouldn't honor the union deal. How would you guys end up kind of approaching, and what sort of strategy would you use? They came with about probably $12,000 higher.
16.
Yeah, 16 higher than the union price.
$16,000 over the union price?
Well, I think it. Here's the issue. Vehicles are in such short supply in some parts of the country, not all parts of the country, but some parts of the country. And a lot of these agreements that dealerships have entered into for things like this, they're not honoring at the moment. We found out the other night from our dear friend Skylar Green, who works at a Ford dealership, that a lot of Ford dealerships won't honor the X-Plan packages that they have because there's just not enough vehicles to go around. So I think it's difficult at best. I think you have to have conversations with sales managers, GMs, whoever it is, and appeal to their better angels. And that doesn't mean that when you're talking to car people that they even actually have angels.
What about other dealerships, Dad? I'm thinking other dealerships.
I mean, I would definitely try other dealerships, but my point is, it's going to be hard to get them to honor these type of agreements.
We got to do a video on this because it's happening more and more frequently. It's called affinity group pricing or employee pricing. With TrueCar, it's affinity group. The union is the affinity group.
Yes.
We got to do a video on it, but we just did this cross country drive, Scott. In some places, there were more trucks than other places.
Yes.
In other places, there were less trucks, right?
Yeah.
I would encourage you to maybe try and find the same truck in a location. Do a couple searches back on the website or find it somewhere and just start calling and saying, hey, will you honor this price? And I think you'll get someone to bite on it.
And even if they won't honor that price, I think the ask from you should be, how close to that price can you get?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And would you guys have any idea what the dealer invoice would actually end up being for that kind of truck? So we basically found another dealership that has almost the exact same truck, except instead of being a mega cab, it's one of their regular crew cabs. And it's 2 years old, and we actually ended up offering $70,000 out the door for it. And we're trying to see if we could get them to, either think about the union price that we'd received from the other dealership, or figure out how to kind of get them to negotiate off of that. I guess kind of the spot that we're in right now is, how do we end up either talking the one dealership down to agree to maybe a $70,000 price for a vehicle that's coming up on almost being 3 years old, or is it worth actually going through and actually building our own vehicle with a brand new one at the same price as what the dealerships are wanting for the year-old vehicles?
Well, you would think that if it's a vehicle that's almost 3 years old, is it a pre-owned vehicle?
No, it has
It's
500 miles on it.
Okay, so it's a brand new vehicle. So you would think, um, they've been paying interest to have that car sit on the lot for almost 3 years now. So they should be a tad more motivated because of that extra expense to want to get rid of that vehicle. Even for them, it's a depreciating asset. It's not going up in value while it's sitting. Well, to a certain degree,
it is. I was just gonna say, Scott, we actually got a community member who sent in an invoice, a $1,500 invoice, and so I just I just pulled it up on the screen. I posted it in the live stream chat, so I'd encourage you to take a peek at that for you to get a sense for the amount of spread. Even with the invoice, you can't negotiate too terribly much because of supply.
And I would guess the spread's probably about 8 or 9% plus whatever incentives there might be.
There's a huge amount of holdback. That's how those are.
Yes.
So there's actually not that much spread invoiced to MSRP. There's still a considerable amount, but it's all holdback. A lot of holdback.
So
regardless, though, I think you're hitting on a point that's obviously other people are feeling as well. The workaround to how to get the best car deal. Get multiple dealerships to compete on price. That's not really going to work too terribly well nowadays because no one's going to compete on price. Okay, use affinity pricing or employee pricing. Okay, well, they're not even honoring that. Third step, find a dealership who will.
Find a dealership that will at least work with you.
Yeah.
Yes. And that as Sean said earlier, you can find deals. It just takes patience and a lot more work than it did in the past, and it very well could mean going out of your area to get that deal. So you have to. What part of you're in New York?
So we're actually in Georgia.
Georgia.
So
Okay.
we're posting everywhere in Georgia, Florida, Alabama.
I would stay away from Florida simply because they'll hit you with a cheaper price, but they'll knock your socks off with their $999 dock fee. So after they give you a price, it's already going to be $1,000 higher because of the dock fee. I would start looking in areas where trucks aren't necessarily quite as popular,
like up where we are right now, Maryland, Virginia.
Certain, I wouldn't say Western Pennsylvania, but New Jersey perhaps. Start looking in areas where the pickup trucks, especially the type you're interested in, might not necessarily be quite as popular.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So
that's good advice.
That would be my suggestion, and that's about the only real good suggestion I think I have.
All right. Well, appreciate it very much. So thank you. Me and my wife just discovered your channel about an hour ago and then saw you on live stream, so called in. So thank you very much.
Bless you. Thank you, Scott, and good luck to you and your wife.
Your Saturday night, but thanks for being here. Pops, I'm going to open the phone lines back up, but I've got a thought here, which is we need to figure out how we can aggregate and create the repository of which dealers are dealers that, aren't doing as egregious things as others.
Yes.
Like we, as a team, got to figure out how the community can help source that. So Scott just mentioned this dealer won't take, affinity pricing. Great.
Yes.
Let's add them to a list of known dealerships that
won't do it. Yeah. No. And so
because we can then help the dealerships who are willing to actually make deals with people still.
Yes.
And I use help loosely, but I mean genuinely, we can help everyone actually just get deals more quickly.
Exactly.
All right, I got to think of a way that we can address that.
We'll give it some thought. It's not, it's not. But yes, if we had some type of forum where people could send in that information and we could collate it for everybody.
Yeah, collate, aggregate.
Yeah.
You're on with your auto advocate. What's your name? Where are you from? What can we do to help?
My name's Todd. I'm from Iowa.
Todd from Iowa. We've been waiting for you all night.
Yes, Todd.
Hey, I bought a new 2021 Colorado using your guys' system the first of the year, and you guys saved me about $4,000 over local.
Stop it.
Todd, just give us 1 second real quick. Pops, I got
a chest bump. Good job, son.
Just had to give my dad a quick hug. Very proud of that. Tell us what happened, Todd.
Yeah, how did you make that happen?
My local dealer would not budge on his price, so I drove 2 hours away, got a copy of the invoice, brought it back to my local dealer. They still wouldn't budge, so I went ahead and drove back to 2 hours and said, bingo, $4,000 worth of driving for.
$4,000 is worth driving quite a ways for.
I did send you guys the dealer invoice and all that stuff. That's when you guys were wanting all that, and I sent that in to you.
Awesome. It's probably somewhere in my email inbox, so thank you for that.
Yeah,
another reason why we need a forum.
And he only has, I don't know, somewhat north of 2,000 emails that are unopened. But Todd, he's a busy, busy man.
Todd, I'm putting you on the spot, as well as everyone in the chat. If we had a Your Auto Advocate forum, would people use it? Would people communicate there? Would you use it, Todd?
I believe they would. Yeah. We use it quite a bit.
Because someone could probably benefit from what you sent me, but I'm the one that's blocking it from getting out there because I don't have enough time in the day to review it.
You are what you refer to with your team as the blocker.
I am.
You're a blocker. Yeah. And go ahead, Todd.
The problem I'm having with this truck now is I put 1,900 miles on it, and all of a sudden I started having issues with it, and I had it towed into the dealer, and of course, it wouldn't act up for them, and so they sent it home. And as soon as they sent it home, of course, it acts up again. And they had it for 2 months now, thinking it was a transmission control module, and we cannot get this truck fixed. So they're talking about doing a buyback on it.
Wow.
The only issue I have is there are no trucks anywhere in the area. What would you guys suggest we do on something like that?
Well, if there's going to be a buyback, it's the manufacturer will figure out how to get a truck so that you can.
Do they have trucks?
If they have a truck, I mean, I can just tell you from my experience with BMW and Mini, when they had situations like this, they used to call it a trade assist. And they would pull the people out of the vehicle that was having an issue and put them in a comparable newer vehicle or new vehicle and keep everything about the deal the same. So I would ask to speak with the factory service representative.
And I've done that.
Okay.
I've done that, and we've been on hold with that because, of course, they have to do their investigation.
Sure.
And with the computer chip shortage, which I seen you guys were talking about tonight, I'm like, that's what the holdup is, because the transmission control module that they needed to replace, there was only 3 in the whole country, and I was lucky enough to get my hands on one.
Wow. So what is their suggestion as to how they want to try and handle it for you?
Well, at this point, they're still trying to do the buyback, but I'm supposed to get a phone call Monday or Tuesday on that, but right now, there's no trucks anywhere. I've driven 200 miles around Iowa every direction and cannot find a truck comparable, and it's like, you got to be kidding me.
Wow. I guess you're going to have to reach out to maybe here would be my suggestion.
It took a second there, but I love it when this happens.
Well, the second suggestion would be ask the manufacturer to run a nationwide locate for the type of vehicle it is that you need. They know what inventory is sitting on what dealers' lots. So ask them to get involved in trying to find a comparable vehicle that you'd be able to buy to replace the one they want to buy back.
I mean, and hopefully we can do it, because I paid extra for the special paint code and all that, because I figured I beat them down $4,000, paying another $200 for the special paint code that I got.
Mm-hmm.
I was saving money, but right now it's like, oh my gosh, with the shortage of vehicles, the area rep is having a heck of a time. He said, I don't know what I'm going to do. And I said, well, you're going to fly me anywhere in the country to go get this truck at your expense is what we're going to do.
They will. My guess is that they will do something. Believe me, they're given discretionary dollars to help figure out how to take care of situations like this. And truth be told, this is a situation that probably nobody has encountered in quite some time. So it's probably going to go to the highest echelons of corporate ladder as to how they need to handle it. But my guess is they'll come up with something.
Well, and I'm going to spill the beans one more time due to your guys' help. I told them I'm tired of paying for a truck that has been sitting at the dealership for 2 months. and they offered to pay $1,000 to help pay for payments, which I thought was very nice on their part.
Yes,
because they know it's kind of their screw up. And Iowa has a lemon law, which this truck has fallen under because it's no miles on it, 2 months old, and it's been in the shop for 2 months and so they're kind of bending over backwards because they know they're kind of hosed on it. But we're just trying to find something that we can go. So I don't know if you guys had any good suggestions on how to deal with that since you've been in the business so long, or what?
Well, I have been in the business forever, but the best suggestion I can come up with would be for them to run a nationwide vehicle search, so they can pinpoint where a vehicle might be, so that we can figure out how to get that vehicle either to you or for you to have to go there and pick it up.
Well, that sounds like a plan. Well, I appreciate you guys' help. You guys, like I said, you've saved me a lot of money this year on doing that, and hopefully you keep saving me money in the future.
We're going to do our best, my friend.
Thanks for calling in, Todd. Keep us posted.
I appreciate it.
Yes,
thanks, guys.
Yes, please keep us posted.
Thank you.
Yep, thank you. Wow, that's just such a tough situation.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, did we screw up the headphones?
What the hell is this? Come on, fix it.
This is live entertainment.
Okay, it's fixed.
That.
Hey, there you go. I'm not taking these sons of bitches off.
You can't say the B word, man. Happy upcoming Mother's Day to all the mothers
out there
tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's a tough situation for Tom.
Yeah.
Man, oh man, oh man.
Yeah, Manischewitz.
So I pulled up on the screen. We have some invoice review videos. This is for that Ram 1500. So if you're looking for invoices, we have Ford invoices back on the website. Occasional videos back on the channel as well. We just recently did a GMC invoice. They're all under the invoice playlist back on the website.
Oh my God! And we got a call coming in.
You're on with your auto advocate. What's your name? Where are you from? What can we do to help?
Hi. I'm Nick from Chicago.
Hi, Nick from Chicago. How can we help you tonight?
Hi. I'm actually in the chat as well under Nick B.
Oh, and, what's up, Nick B?
Yeah, and so I've been looking at the Kia Carnival for quite some time. Had no idea how to even approach it. Maybe a couple of weeks ago, and maybe exactly a week ago, actually. And so I searched up on YouTube, found you guys, and been grateful ever since. I feel like I know way more than even the average person, which I think it's already an advantage. But nonetheless, so I've been wanting the Kia Carnival for quite some time now, but a very specific color and a very specific trim. And so I went onto TrueCar and searched, asked a bunch of, or did the automated thing where I asked the dealers and got like their inventory or close matches. And so I contacted the first dealer. They did I think it was called a locate, where they tried to look for the exact specification.
And they can't.
And it turns out it turns out it was all sold out, and and so I'm thinking about doing an order from the factory themselves. The thing is that I became more lenient to the inventory that the dealers had around me. And so I started to think about maybe if I can use that as leverage to maybe negotiate a better price, saying, hey, I do want to get the specific color, but I'm willing, if you're willing to possibly drop the price or give me a good price, I can take this one that you guys have in your inventory. It is a newer vehicle, and I'm not sure if it's even possible to negotiate something like that.
Nick, there's only one way to find out, and that is to ask. You never get what you don't ask for.
But the Carnivals are brand new.
I know.
No. I'm just.
But you might find somebody that says, "Hey, I get it. This is what you wanted. I can't get it for you, but if you do me the favor and take one of my vehicles out of stock that isn't necessarily quite what you want, hey, maybe I can save you $500 or $1,000, whatever it is." But there's only one way to find that out, and that's to ask. I'm not saying you're going to necessarily get it, but at least try.
Right.
And I don't know this for a fact, but my suspicion is that Kia won't let you actually do a factory order.
Yeah, it'll be dealer allocation.
You can tell them what you want, and then the dealer will try and get Kia to allocate it to them. But whether or not there's one for them to allocate it, a whole nother story.
Interesting. Well, I didn't know that. Thank you so much for telling me that.
Well, that's what we're here for.
Nick, thanks for being a part of the community, and thanks for calling in. It's awesome to see you in the chat and awesome to hear your voice.
All right, thank you so much. You guys have a great day.
You do the same. Thank you, Nick.
Thanks, Nick. Going to open the phone lines back up. We've got some conversation here going on in the chat that Tom has a list of Florida dealerships that don't charge dock fees.
It must be. I'm guessing it's a real short list.
He said it's 9.
I guess I was right.
And that's another reason that maybe
we should have a forum.
Because like people can like share that information on the forum.
Yeah.
Again, asking the question, should we have a forum? Let me know in the live chat. Oh, that call dropped. Sorry to that caller. But genuinely, should we have a forum? And maybe if you just write the word forum in the chat, that'll when I rewatch this, I'll double check it. All right, here we go. All right, you're on with your auto advocate. What's your name? Where are you from? What can we do to help? We hear a TV in the background.
Yeah. Is your favorite team winning?
Testing.
Hello?
1, 2, 3.
Well,
forum.
I guess Watertown, Massachusetts really didn't want to talk to us.
Forum. Hey.
Diesel 6916, bless your heart. Thank you so much. And he is right. Hit that like button. Smash that son of a gun.
Thank you for the kind and thoughtful donation. Yes. And yes, forum. Okay, people want forum. Monday, I'm going to talk to the team. I'm going to say, hey,
we got to do a forum.
I think a forum would
Give
work.
people what they want.
What else do folks want?
Well, they
pizza,
want
pie.
What? Yeah. What is this?
We're having pie for dinner.
What are you talking about?
A pizza pie.
Oh, pizza pie. Somebody had guessed pizza like 3 years ago already.
Immediately.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Yeah.
All right, phone lines are still open. We're actually, just to let everyone on the stream know, doing 1 hour tonight. So we got 8 more minutes on the stream. We'd like to take at least another phone call.
Can you please explain why we're doing 1 hour tonight?
Because my awesome sister's making us dinner.
Yes.
And we want to go enjoy hanging out with the family. So
Yes. So we apologize to our family.
But we're hanging out with
our real family.
Not that this is not real family.
Yeah. I mean, you guys
family.
are real to us as well, and we're here to help you. But, we don't get to see Dara and her Zach all that often.
No, it certainly has been a while.
Oh, Phoenix, Arizona. I like Phoenix. Used to live in Phoenix.
Yeah. You're on with your auto advocate. What's your name? Where are you from? What can we do to help?
Hey, what's up? This is Adam from Arizona.
Hi, Adam. How are you tonight?
I'm doing well. How about you guys?
Oh, my God. We're getting ready for pizza in just a few minutes.
Oh my gosh, that sounds awesome.
It does, and it's homemade, actually.
How can we help you, Adam?
I was actually calling. I've been watching your guys' channel for the past month, and I was looking around for a new car. Well, not new, a used Toyota Prius. And in Arizona, I've noticed that the prices are a lot higher, and I just realized I hopped on the San Diego market for some reason and realized that they're like way lower, about like 3,000, 2,000 lower than here in Arizona. So I'm thinking about heading over to San Diego to get one. And I was just wondering, what would be the best way to go about that with like registration and everything? And because I'm getting it financed through my bank as well, so.
Great question.
If you have any insight on that.
I am sure, I will bet dollars to donuts that any dealers in the San Diego area know how to take care of registering a vehicle in Arizona and have done it many, 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 many times in the past. So if you're financing the vehicle, the dealership in San Diego should be able to help you with that because they've done it. they've done it before. They probably have a service that does it for them, and so they should be able to make that happen for you.
And they'll be able to provide you with drive-out tags.
Yes,
which will allow you to drive back to Arizona.
Exactly,
and all that.
Typically, it's a 30 or a 60-day temporary transit tag, so that you can drive it from California to Arizona while you're waiting to get your permanent plates.
Okay, and so when I do purchase it in California, I shouldn't be charged with any of their like registration fees.
No, they should. If you're financing it, they should charge you with the Arizona registration fees and all that,
and the tax for Arizona as well.
As you know, the lieu tax in Arizona is the registration fee, which is some of the highest in the country. But they should be able to help you with all that.
Gotcha. And then how about the dock fees? There, if I remember correctly, California has like a maximum, right?
Yes, their max is $85. So you're going to save money there because dock fees in Arizona are probably $500 or higher.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Actually, I was just talking to a dealership earlier, and they were saying that the dock fees is $500 for them. Are they like? Should I like tell them that? It's like 85 max, or
the dock fee in California is capped at $85. It's a state law.
Gotcha. Okay. Awesome.
Okay.
All right. I appreciate that.
Hey, well, thanks for finding the channel, Adam, and all the best to you.
Yeah, keep us posted as to how you make out. Okay.
All right. I will. Thank you.
Thank you, Adam. Have a great night.
You too.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
I'm trying to sneak in.
No more phone calls. We're running out of time. We have to go have dinner with your sister.
All right.
Well, she's cooking. What are you going to do?
Eat all of it.
Okay.
Yeah, what am I going to do? I'm going to eat it all.
I know you will, but that's besides the point.
Okay. So.
Oh shit,
Dad, we're not supposed to curse on the streets.
Well, somebody dropped something.
So, want to call out final things just while we're ending the stream here. What the team's working on right now is we're working on adding the trade-in estimator to the out-the-door price calculator. So you'll be able to, back at yourautoadvocate.com, you'll actually be able to get your Black Book trade-in value while you're on the out-the-door quote. Boom, boom, boom. So you'll get to see what the true out-the-door becomes with the dealer price and, of course, your trade-in. We're also working on getting incentives. So on a VIN-specific level, you'll be able to click on incentives, and then you'll be able to view all the incentives associated with a particular vehicle. This will also feed into the out-the-door price calculator. And we just signed a contract and partnered with a company that is giving us the title tax and tag data that the dealerships use so that we can have penny perfect out-the-door price quotes. If you are interested in any or all or some of that, back at yourautoadvocate.com, we have the normal memberships still. And if any level, you'll be able to get access to that over the next couple of weeks and months as we continue to bring new features out.
Yes, very nicely said, young man.
Just one pitch tonight to wrap things up.
Yeah, well, and it's time for dinner.
So forum is an idea I'm taking back to the team. Are there any other ideas I should be taking back to the team that would be valuable for the community? Forum is obviously one of them. We do the community, we do the live streams. What else would be helpful? Let us know in the chat.
Yes,
and we will take that back to the team.
And next Saturday night,
live from the Jersey Shore,
live from Ventnor, New Jersey, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be here to help next Saturday night. I believe next Thursday night is our next members only live stream. That also will be live from New Jersey. And if there's a need for an emergency live stream Tuesday's going to be tough because that's when we're moving. Maybe. Wednesday, maybe. There could be, and we'll keep you posted if we can squeeze in an emergency.
Pops, one other thing that we're working on.
Okay.
We're working on. I'm curious if everyone that's still here. We're working on, you'll be able to run market price reports not only by the VIN, but you'll be able to do it based off of a search. What I mean by that is...
Okay, please explain.
You want new, and then you'll type in what you want, and then you'll put your zip code in, Honda Odyssey, whatever. And then we'll be able to show you all of the vehicles in your area that are of that type that you just said that you're interested in, including the negotiability scores.
Very cool.
So you won't need a VIN to be able to. Oh, cool. I guess the team's thinking about maybe you have to upgrade to premium. I'm viewing this as you're viewing this. So maybe you have to upgrade. I don't know, but anyway, you'll be able to view things without having to, have a VIN all the time. Pizza time?
Yeah,
Pizza?
I believe it is. I heard stuff hit the floor. I hope it wasn't the pizza.
Diesel, thank you for the kind donation.
Yes.
We're going to put that towards paying off my sister's internet bill for letting us use her house here.
Yes.
Thank you to everyone who joined, and everyone have a great weekend.
Yes. Thank you all. It's been a pleasure spending part of our Saturday night with you, and we thank you for spending part of your Saturday night with us.
I should just end it right
I
there.
would.
That was really good.
Let's
say it again because I didn't end it. Say it again.
No, I can't.
Thank you for spending your
Saturday night with us. But yeah.
But do it again.
No. Let's eat.